Start that again, can you, Pete?
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, I see that. You snuck up on me. I caught you. I
Uh,
caught you. I seen that live. Hi, everybody.
right.
Mr. Dassey here. I was just explaining to Paul that
Yes.
I changed my background a little bit. Underneath the heart there, I got Brendan's
Hold on. Hold on a
Brendan's
second. Yeah.
picture, and I got his dragon hanging there, and then I got the rest of my family down below. See?
Yes. That was that photograph, which was very cleverly done, where Brendan has been inserted, hasn't he?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
turn my phone down here.
All
Okay.
right.
You thought he snuck up on me again today, huh? Hi, everybody. Thanks for being with us.
And
I
I
got some.
managed to.
I got some different lighting too. Does it look a little brighter back there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I threw a little bit more lighting up.
And I caught your chat with Becca and
Oh, on Friday, yeah,
Linda on.
yeah. I seen you. I seen you sneak in there. Hey, that was really nice that you joined us.
Well, you know,
Hey, so what are you drinking today, Paul? Oh, okay.
Singer beer.
I just got a Seagram's wine cooler here.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if it is actually, yeah, it is brewed in Thailand.
Mm.
Singer beer. It's mentioned in the song by the Pogues called House of the Gods. Have you ever heard of the Pogues?
No, I don't think so.
They're quite a famous. The lead singer Shane McGowan.
Oh, okay.
He,
Yeah, I think
he,
I heard
he,
of
did,
him.
he
Yeah.
did that Christmas hit, that Fairy Tale of New York.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're into
Yeah.
your music, as
Yeah,
is of
yeah, I'm
course
into yeah,
Rad. You
I'm
know,
into
so
I'm
yeah,
into
you'll
yeah,
you'll
yeah, I'm
you'll
into
not you'll have heard the Pogues, I'm sure. You know
yeah,
they're
I'm
very
sure,
popular,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, they talk about
Maybe I even have a record here somewhere. I got
uh,
thousands of them.
they sing about Singer beer on Pattaya Beach.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I got somebody. Maybe I got one here. I got thousands of records here. Maybe I got one. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
So
So
um,
what's new?
I was going to ask you, how did you get on with trip to see Brendan today?
Oh, really good. No, I didn't get in today. I went with his mom on Thursday night though.
All right, how did that go?
Oh, really good. He waxed my ass in cards, and then I came back and got him, and then he doesn't like that too good when I bounce back. Yeah.
I can't imagine him getting too flustered about winning or losing. I think he seems a pretty
No. No.
easygoing sort of chap, a little bit like his dad.
Yeah, he's a card shark. I'll tell you that.
Ah, yeah, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
he's a card shark.
I've heard who the card shark is, and that's that Carla Chase. She's the card shark.
Yeah, yeah, he's a card shark. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got in on Thursday, and then I got a bunch of visits this month. I got in every Sunday this month. So I'm so
All
proud
right.
of myself. So proud of myself. Pat myself on the back.
So you're going to go every Sunday.
Yeah, they got me down.
Lovely.
Yeah, I put it in.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. As you know, I was at the Speedway last night, and that was
yeah,
absolutely brilliant. But it's not your Speedway; is cars, isn't it? Cars on a big oval track.
yeah. See if you can see. I got every visit. If you look, that's from the
Let me just do this again.
Okay, yeah, zone in. Yeah, regarding the visit, you can't really see it that much. Yeah,
Oh,
there it
I
is.
keep it
Yeah,
still now. Yeah, scheduled for 8 a.m. on 4:24, 5:1, 5:8, 5:15, 5:22, and 5:29.
yeah, and I got in at 8 o'clock on everyone, and all the other times I went for 8 o'clock, and then they put me down for 8:15, and Brendan goes, well, I could have came out to see you by that. I says that's the way they do it. Hey,
Yeah,
thanks, Claire. Thanks for being in there, Claire. We got I don't recall, and I think I seen Robin in there.
yeah,
Robin flying around, and Dark
yeah.
Side's in there. Hi, Dark Side. Hey, thanks
But
for forgiving me. I thought Dark Side was a guy, and it's a woman. Oh, here's Robin.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I
and then
saw about 6 Robins today when I was outside. Hey, hello
Gabriel
there.
is
Hello.
from. Looks like an Irish flag there, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, we got
And
some
as you
new ones
say, you've
out
got
there.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, yeah. One of these days, I'm
And
going to surprise her. I'm going to say, "Hi, Dark Side," and I'll have the album right here.
ah,
Yeah, I was just saying hi, Robin, because I seen her in there.
yep. What did you do the other day? What are you
Oh,
apologizing for?
because I thought Robin was a guy and she's a girl.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, one of those things, you know. I make mistakes. Even good guys make mistakes, so I apologize for my mistake. You know.
Okie dokie. Yes. So yeah, the little link that I've posted already in the description is of that thing I sent you yesterday, which was so funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, is that one with the squirrel?
The squirrels. I'd
Yeah,
never, and you, and I think you at first thought it was a thing about getting rid of the squirrels, you know,
yeah,
because
I did
squirrels
too.
can be,
Yeah, I showed.
some people don't like squirrels too much, do they?
No, because they give. We got 3 or 4 here that are in the feeders, and they give the dogs fleas because squirrels have fleas.
Right.
Bear always gets a. Well, anyways, when they showed me that, I showed the wife that. She goes, "Boy, there's a guy with a lot of time on his hands."
He's he's
Yeah.
described as a board engineer. So what basically happens in the video then? I'll let you tell the punters.
Well, you can take it away because you gave it to me. So
Okay, so this board engineer has set up in his garden. He's set up Fort Nuts, which is where the squirrels have to complete an obstacle course in order to get to the walnuts. And it's their efforts to do that. There's four of them, aren't there? There's Marty. Um, there was Fat Gus and a couple of others, weren't there?
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah. If
and
anybody
it's
if anybody wants to see it, just let me know. I'll what you could throw it on Facebook. I'm sure they can.
well, I've put the link in the description below this video, so
Oh, okay, okay, then
anybody can click
okay,
on that link
okay,
and go
yeah,
straight to it. It was I found it on Facebook, and I did laugh my socks off. And when I showed it to my daughter at the
yeah,
speedway,
yeah,
she thought it was absolutely brilliant as well. So I
yeah.
thought, well, you know, that's nothing to do with making a murderer and that kind of stuff. I'll tell you what I did find interesting was something that Jerome posted, and that was a letter written by Stephen Avery protesting the to about what's the best way of putting it? You know, a protest about the obviously the way he's been treated.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but it was a very interesting letter, wasn't it? Because it was like 7 pages.
yeah, yeah.
I've got it in front of me here. The last page is page 7. I don't know if everybody's seen it. I wonder if that's possible. I should be able to also put a link to it as well,
Yeah.
whereby you'll be able to get hold of it. Let me see if I can do that now. In fact, yes, I think I can do that straight away. I think if I go here and go to the keep talking till they're walking. By the way, I don't know if you've heard about the. There's a new
Oh, and I
sort
talked
of
to I talked.
mamathon coming up.
Yeah, I think I seen that. Yeah, I talked to Brendan just before on the phone, and they said he said they removed all the masks as of the
Yeah,
first. As of the first, yeah. So you don't have to have a mask on anymore,
right.
unless you want to bring a Halloween one. But
No. Hmm. I don't quite know how I would share this. It's let me see. Basically, if you go onto Jerome's Facebook page, he posted. It says here yesterday at 7:04 p.m. and it's this letter, a 7-page letter. Maybe actually I can get it up. Let's just try this. Let's try share. And let's do this. Share screen. Share. I have to share. Yes, there we go. So now I should be able to. Has that worked for you? Oh, hold on a sec. Has that worked for you, Pete? Can you see that?
Yeah, it's very small writing, but I see it.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. I'll see if I can fix that for us. Dun, dun. Video will play after ad. We've got ads going. My goodness. Yes, what I'll do is I think I can call up each page individually and then we'll be able to see it better. Just bear with me a moment. Yeah, there we go. Okie dokie. So if I click on, they've been posted in reverse order. The first page is actually the 7th page. If I go here, yeah, there we go. How's that now?
Yeah, it's a little bigger.
Little beggar.
A little bigger, I mean. I'm not a beggar. Jeez.
So anyway, this is Jerome that posted this, and this is a letter written by Steve to the Wisconsin legislature.
Gotta say that
20
time.
exactly, yes, on the 21st of March, filing a complaint. He's actually taken to a typewriter to do it. I mean that. Look, I don't think that's Stephen Avery writing all that by himself. He's obviously had Kathleen Zellner help to draft it, and he's copied it out. I would imagine it would be more the case. But listing all the things that judges should do, we won't go through the letter. There's page 7, and he's carbon copied in Angela Sukovich. And it says here the criminal justice system is broken and it has to be fixed. And this is the time to fix it and get it right. Because I'm a victim of a setup and it has to be fixed now. So, hold on a sec. Here's the link. Let's see if I can
Yes, I
copy
can
that
see
link.
Steve. I can see Steve how frustrated he's in there. I mean, Brendan
Yeah.
is too, but
Yeah.
they think things can, things should happen and get for them guys to get out faster. But I don't know why it's taking forever. But
Basically, there's no way that any member of the legal system over there in Wisconsin to do with the prosecution want a third making a murder. That would be a complete disaster for them. That's, as I say, that's what John Farrack put, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. I've attached that link, Facebook link as well. Okay, so anybody can go and view those letters. Thank you very much, Jerome, for sharing that.
Yes.
Now
How's he doing? How's he doing these days? I haven't talked to him for ages.
I'm not too sure. It's
Yeah, it's like he dropped out. Remember, he used to be with us, and then when we did our show on Saturdays.
Yep. I don't know that he keeps the best of health. I think there's something about him. He's possibly had COVID a couple of times.
Yeah, I know he was down and out there for a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah. But as well as that letter written by Steve to the legislature, also Jerome, Jerry Butin and Dean Strang wrote a letter to the governor on behalf of Brendan. Did you have a read of any of that?
No.
No? It was a very good, well-written letter. I
don't keep up on usually everything. I mean, some stuff, but it's.
Yeah, I suppose you could either get sort of really engrossed in it, and then it would just wear you out, wear you down.
Yeah, that's
but
why.
Sometimes you've just got to say, let those that in the know and are able to do things, let them get on and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't latch on to everything like everybody else else does because I got too much going already, and if I suck all that stuff in, it'll just drag me down. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I, I,
Yeah,
I totally, I
yeah,
totally get it. It's like, it's almost as if, if we've got the best efforts of Dean and Jerry and the best efforts of Kathleen Zellner
yeah,
and Steve and Laura, if that is insufficient, there's nothing anybody else can do that would be any better.
yeah.
Um, Although I did have one crazy comment on one of the videos that somebody posted
Is there
recently.
um is there anything anybody can do anymore, or are we at the end of our rope, or what's going on? I asked Brendan today; he doesn't know anything. So
So basically, Steve Avery went down the Court of Appeals route, didn't he? With the circuit court and then with the appeals court. Meanwhile, Brendan, of course, did the opposite. He went down the federal route. So now both Steve and Brendan can sort of go and pursue the routes that the
yeah,
other one did.
yeah.
So
I always when back in the day, I don't know. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, or maybe it was sooner, when there was always a positive thing about Brendan, and oh, he might get out, and there's a appeal, and everybody at work. Well, Mr. Dassey, how come you're not jumping around? Because I hate to get my hopes way up here,
oh
and
yes,
then all of a sudden nothing happens, and then I'm way down here again. So
yeah.
that hurts.
There's
The only time I get my hopes is when I see him grab that doorknob and open up that door, and he walks out. Then I'll
yeah,
go. Then I'll go. But
yeah,
no, until
yeah.
then.
Can I ask you as well? I mean, have you
Yes, go
actually
ahead.
watched all 20 episodes of Making a Murderer?
Yeah, my boy Brad. Here,
Yeah.
let me. Yeah, my boy. This is something else, but he actually spun it off on a DVD for me. I mean, I got 10 of them here. Yeah, just saying it. Just saying it. I'm just grabbed. I don't even think I have one. I don't. Oh yeah, here's one. Here's one. Here's what they are: Making a Murder Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah, he gave me
Yeah.
10. He ran off 10 of them for me.
Wow.
So I got my collection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And how did you feel when watching?
it was kind of weird watching me on number 2 there. I thought I did a real good job. Chris, they had that camera like this far from my face, and I was
Yeah.
shaking, and it's like, oh my god, I could see my face, and I could see my face in the lens. I could almost go like this. And
Yeah.
it took 6 hours for that little bit on there. That took
Ah.
6 hours
Yeah.
to do that. It took 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And in the first series, obviously we see you drive in with your big car,
yeah, that was the caddy.
and then unfortunately it's very similar to Conrad Pete Bates. We only get like a couple of bits from Conrad, and we only get, I think, one from you, don't we? In
Yeah,
series one,
yeah.
we get a couple of, is it a couple of times in series two? Certainly, you're talking about making
Oh yeah, yeah,
the birdhouses for the marlins. Is it the
yeah,
marlins?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And then when you seen me driving, they were in my car, Chris, like 2 inches away from my face, and I'm supposed to be driving, and then I can't have the radio or nothing on. I could just barely breathe. It's like, oh my god, it was an experience. Hey, I couldn't,
yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't have the radio on. I couldn't have the window open. There had to, there, I couldn't make any sounds. They had
Mm.
complete quietness. And then there was a retake out of one when I came out of my house. I looked at the camera and I made a mistake, so I had to redo that one. And it's like, well, big deal. There's a camera there. You're going to be looking at it.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, the interesting thing about Dean and Jerry's letter, you're saying about, is what else can happen in the case. Well, one of the simplest ones is that, Governor Evers could decide to take a look at Brendan's case. I'm not even sure that he's even taken much interest in the case up to now. He's probably got advisors that filter out any letters and all that kind of stuff. But now that Dean and Jerry have actually written to him, obviously we await a reply from Tony
yeah,
Evers.
yeah,
But it could be that because this will be his fourth year as governor, and you're only
Oh
governor
yeah.
for 4 years, and then you have to have an election.
Hmm.
And I don't think he's intimated whether he's going to try and get a further 4 years or not. But it could well be that in this his last year, he could decide to to grant clemency.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No.
then
But
yeah,
everybody at work asked me if he's got when is his parole date. I don't know. Do you know when it is? I have a means to knowing what it is, but I always keep thinking by the time his parole date is and he can get out, I'll be 85. Is
I
that right?
see, I seem to recall it's 2048, and Brendan worked out that he'll be 58.
And what would I be? Christ.
I don't know how much older you are than
Probably
Brendan. What's
probably 6 feet under. I don't know. I'm just kind of joking around today. So I'm
well,
63. I'm 63 right now.
and Brendan's just over 30, 30,
Yeah, he's 32.
32, so
Yeah.
30, 31, 58 and 31. Yeah, is is 89.
uh,
Yeah.
he'll have to drive me to go get him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just trying to be a little weird today about it. So
Yeah, I mean, one would have thought that there will be a lot of things that both Laura and
yeah,
Steve and
yeah,
Kathleen Zellner are working on. In fact, Kathleen Zellner has tweeted quite often that she is still very much pursuing this case. And the fact that
yeah,
we don't hear anything,
yeah.
sometimes that's a good thing, because if we don't hear anything, it means that nobody else is hearing it.
I know
I
the
mean,
other day there was two inspectors or two guys that came over and asked me a bunch of questions
all right.
about everything, and we sat and talked for about a half hour, and I told them what I thought of certain things, and they wrote it down. I don't know if that was help, but
Oh well, and do you know inspectors for whom?
I don't know if it was Kathleen Zellner or somebody else, but I think it could be her they were working for. So
Yeah,
yeah,
she's got those two detectives, hasn't
yeah,
she?
yeah, yeah. They were over
Um,
the other day, and they said, "Hey, do you have time enough to talk to us?" And I said, "Hey, sure. I mean, if it's going to help, sure."
yeah, yes. I'm trying to think what the guy's name is. They were obviously they were featured in series two.
Yeah,
Um,
there was two of them,
yeah.
and then there was a couple things they asked me, and he said one of the things that stood out is when I was in the court one time, and about the key thing about when he said when one of his lawyers said Brendan's lawyers, well, what if the real killer's fingerprints are on the key? And what's his name said, no, it doesn't matter, just so long Stephen Avery's is.
Mm,
And yeah, and he said that. I said, yeah, I remember that to the T. If I didn't remember it, why am I saying it now? You
mm,
know, yeah, that really set my nerves flying. That's why I remember it so clear.
yeah,
Of
that's
course,
really annoying.
of course he's an asshole too. So,
Who's that? So
Kratz,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, even at the trial, he's
Like I was
summing up
telling,
it.
like I was telling Barb when we went up Thursday, he just blew the whole thing right out of proportion from day one. Even when they went on the land and everything, and he just
Oh
threw
yeah,
everything out there all at once, and you know,
yeah. I mean, the thing is that. Um, we find that not just in Brendan's case and Steve's case, but also
yeah,
here with the Luke Mitchell case.
yeah. I heard
They,
that
they
that case is very similar.
what they did was, or apparently what happened was that the police, because they wanted to convict Luke Mitchell,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
basically feed the newspapers. Um, and so the guy was basically convicted before he even went to trial. which was the case with Brendan. I mean, how long did they take to
Yeah,
how long was the jury out? It was about four hours maximum.
yeah.
You
You
know,
know what? I know what's going on with Luke Mitchell. Mitchell. What did he actually do again? So I got it clear. I heard a couple different stories.
so he was 15. His
Okay.
girlfriend Jodie Jones was only 14,
Okay.
and he was found guilty of murdering her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in a very violent, and bloody way.
Okay.
Um, and there was a documentary recently called "Murder in a Small Town" on Channel 5, which raised a lot of questions about Luke's conviction.
Wow.
One of the interesting things is that when they sort of tested him for DNA and blood, there was absolutely nothing on him. Now, if he's been involved in this horrific attack on
Yeah.
Jodie Jones, there would be,
Yeah.
that because of blood spatter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of the blood that spatters is so fine and so small.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
see it with the naked eye. There was not a single trace on him. And they picked him
Yeah.
up that evening.
Yeah.
You cannot get. Um,
Well, it's like the same thing with Steve at the trailer. Oh, there was
yeah,
supposed to be blood all over the place on the carpet. But at one time I talked to him, boy, you guys did a good job in getting rid of it. And he said, yeah, we
yeah.
got rid of it because there was none. So
Well, yeah. I mean, it's. I remember once doing a. It was quite a. Again, it was quite a bloody um,
yeah,
video where I showed,
wow,
like
wow,
some of the crime scenes at various um, murders, and there's no way you could have any of that could have possibly have happened in the bedroom of Stephen's trailer. And he just wouldn't be able to clean it all up. But
yeah,
one of the things I always found really interesting was that the and again we don't know for sure, and that the state have given away the bones, so they can't be tested. We can't be 100% sure that the
yeah.
cremains are even those of Teresa Halbach. We
Well,
don't know that for sure.
Barb said that there was bones from a deer because they just got done cleaning a deer. You got a message from correcting convictions there. If you want to read it. I thought I'd tell you. Hi there, Linda. Or, I mean, yeah,
Well, yeah, we've got quite a few there. Yeah. Um,
disco. Yeah, I remember the disco era. Okay.
but no, I was trying to find out who that. Hold on a sec.
Hey, let me ask you a question. I see they
Yeah.
changed the sign for uh, uh, can you solve the murder of Teresa Hallback? Hallback is instead of who was the killer, and then he had uh, one person up there. Now they changed the sign, to help find the killers, and then they increased the price. Did you see the latest signs?
No.
Yeah,
Ah, right. Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm with you. Yes, I was wondering what you want.
yeah.
Just run by me once more.
They changed the sign, and the original sign was help find the murder of Teresa Hallbach, and then there was a certain price up there. And now whoever changed the sign, it says help find the killers of Teresa Hallbach, and then
Ah,
they raised the price up now.
yes.
Yeah,
Killers.
yeah. I don't. I thought I had a picture on my phone, but I don't have it. But
Yeah.
there's one just going to Manitowoc, and I was wondering, oh, they changed it.
Mm.
Yeah.
But getting back to this,
Oh, okay. Go
the
ahead.
the thing that's really interesting about this, getting Brendan to draw that picture of supposedly Teresa Halbach in the fire pit in the
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, yeah,
Now he shows okay, it's only a line drawing a complete body, but we know because of the cut marks that the body was cut up. He
Yeah.
doesn't show a body that's cut up. He shows a. He never saw that. He never saw that at all. Does anybody out there remember the name of Kathleen Zellner's detective? I think there's a pair of them, and I think they're brothers.
Okay, there's Caroline's out there. Hey, everybody,
Yeah.
thanks for being with us.
No, I think everybody out there in YouTube land is also stumped as to the name. The
Yeah,
name
I
of
don't
this.
know neither. Oh, you mean that those detectives that were over the other day?
Yeah, I think I'm going to say I think they're the ones that we see in series 2. They are, Kirby. That's it. Yeah, Kirby. Was the surname Kirby?
I think so. Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Kirby.
Yeah. I got. If I ran upstairs and looked for the card, I think I still got their card yet. But
yeah.
I know if I hurry up and run, I not that I need it this second, I ain't gonna find it. You know how that goes.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want, you go and do that. I'll nip and get a beer, and we'll catch you in a minute. Yeah, because look, my bottle's empty, and my mug's empty. So I'm
mine is too. Mine's gone.
2 minutes. See if you can find your card and get yourself another beer.
Like Chuck Woolery would go on. What is that? 2 minutes, 2 seconds.
Yes, we'll see you back here in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Exit stage left. Yeah, that didn't take too long. I've got a nice bottle of Italian beer here, the Angelo Povetti. So just going to pour out some of that. It's very interesting that Pete's saying that he's, was visited by 2, as he called them, inspectors, but obviously detectives working on behalf of Kathleen Zellner. Yeah, it just goes to show, doesn't it, that she definitely is keeping going on the case. Just while we wait on Pete, just to say that there are plans, looking forward, plans to do another marathon type event. Keep talking to their walking, but this time I think it's going to be called Mamplified, but with MAM at the beginning, which is good. That sounds interesting. Sounds like you got it.
No, I came up empty.
You couldn't find it.
Yeah, I was looking in places, but I got a refill though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same here. What is it? The same again or something different?
Yeah, same again. Yeah, I'm just using.
I've got this.
I'm just using up what we got in our refrigerator.
No, I was just about to show you the Singer beer. That's Thailand. This one is now Italian lager.
Oh, cool.
From Angelo Povetti.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I sure stuck it somewhere. I might have stuck it in a place where on the side, and I just, you forget it. But it was worth a shot. It was. So how long were you waiting for me?
Oh, not long.
Oh, okay. Had to run up and down 13 stairs.
Oh my goodness. Are you on 2? So you're in your basement, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in my man cave. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is my man cave.
So we
Yeah,
well,
here's my stereo, and I'm kind of taking a glimpse of here's my first stereo I got when I
well, that's
was
a
20.
real to real, isn't it? Real to
Yeah, then
real.
there's a stereo, and then I'm watching Gilligan's Island as I'm watching
Yeah.
yeah, as I'm on the air here. So I'm multitasking.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm in my man cave here. Yeah, so well, I should give you the hint with the coat on because it's cold down here. It's only 60 degrees.
Yeah. Nice and cool. Got to keep the beer
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I know. Yeah, we don't need a We don't need a freezer here.
Nah.
Yeah, so
In fact, I've right. I'm in the downstairs room, which is my music
oh,
room.
okay.
Um,
Yeah.
in fact, I could sort of show you a bit more of it. So there's my
Oh
sort of
yeah, oh yeah,
patio door,
oh yeah, yeah.
and over there is my, in effect, my other studio, the one that you'll have seen me do other videos from.
Oh yeah.
There
Hey,
is
cool,
the
awesome. Yeah, sounds like you're moving the whole table.
yeah with my Wisconsin state flag.
Yeah, there it is. All right.
But you know that's a Charlie Berens state flag,
Yeah, that is. Yeah, yeah.
and it says in the middle of it, "Go Packers," and go on, you finish it off. Go Packers and
No, you can go. You can. It's yours.
F the Bears.
Yeah. Oh, I got a song. The Bears still suck. Okay.
Yeah, and oh yes, and I could show you this as well because this is quite interesting. If I do this, if I lift up my green screen,
Oh my God! Look at that.
the Lord and District Box and Fiddle Club.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
and then down here, I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you just see the top. My
Yeah.
Marshall amp, and a little Zoom mixer and a recording thing there. But Marshall amps were always the most popular amplifiers with the rock guitarists. And do you know why that was?
No.
Well, because on all the other amps, like your Fenders and your Voxes,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
the volume dial goes to 10. But on a Marshall, the volume goes to 11.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
So what you can do is, if you've got an amplifier that doesn't go up to 11, you can just change to a Marshall dial, and then your amp will go to 11 rather than 10. So it'll be that little bit louder.
Wow. Yeah, I think my stereo only goes to. I'm looking to see what my stereo goes up to. I never knew that. Hey, you learn something new every day.
It's a very famous sketch scene from the film Spinal Tap. This is Spinal Tap. Spinal Tap was
Oh,
a comedy documentary about this supposed rock band called Spinal Tap, and that's one of the scenes in it when he's talking about the Marshall. You know why everybody plays Marshall, because they're louder than all the other amps.
yeah, yeah. I like chucking conviction. Fuck F the Vikings. I got a picture of the Vikings. Remember when oh, I forgot his name. My buddy from the Vikings gave me this. I could see it from here, but I can't read his name. 92, I think his name was. 92 was his number.
I don't think for one moment that Linda means that, because
Because
of
she's from
course
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
So yeah, and in fairness, Linda has explained her interest in American football is less than zero.
Yeah.
which is what she has just put.
Yeah, I don't know why she throws that up there to see if we're going to say anything because, we do say the Bears still suck.
Yes, yes. Well, as I say, at the end of every Charlie Berens Manitowoc Minute, as Charlie, he always finishes off with "Go Packers" and "F the Bears."
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, the Vikings must have been really good enough. I mean, Brett Favre went over to him. I mean, so hey,
I mean, every team has its day. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
who was it that won the Super Bowl? It was the LA Chargers, but they, yeah, and they were supposed to do it quite easily. Was it against the Bengals?
yeah, yeah.
No, the Browns. No,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I can't remember. But
yeah,
it's like one of the good things about American football is that the team that does worst, they get the better picks, don't they? They get the top picks in
yeah,
the draft, don't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and here in UK in Speedway, at the beginning of every season, they put together a team. Each promoter puts together his team, and it's based on a maximum points per rider. So during the course of the previous season, all the riders have gone out. They've won races or come second or third. You get 3 points for win, two for second, one for third, nothing for last place. And so these riders are assessed by what we call their average. So if
yeah,
you've got a rider whose average is about 8, that means he averages out of a possible 12 points in each race that he goes for, in each meeting. He's scoring an average of 8 points. It means he's a pretty good rider. I
yeah,
mean, the best that Berwick ever had was a guy, Mark Courtney, and his average was over 9.
yeah,
But when it comes to the start of each season, you have to put together a team based on a points limit. So it's the idea being that you would end up with a equal teams is obviously what they're trying to do. Now there's a few people who've put at the end of the live, Pete and Paul are going to sing a song, are we? Oh.
Oh, really? What's the song?
Yeah.
Hey, I can get Carrie Ann ready real quick.
Hate football.
Oh, I hate football.
I like rugby. I must admit I do like rugby as well. I watched the game live this afternoon on the TV. It was London Irish versus Harlequins and Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, hey, we could sing something from Dark Side of the Moon. If you give me about maybe a minute, I'll dig my album out and I'll throw something on real quick. No, I'm just kidding. I do have it though.
Yeah. Do you like snooker?
Do I like what?
Snooker.
What's snooker?
Snooker.
What is it?
It's it's snooker. It's
I'm sorry, I'm lost.
it's like pool. It's like on a pool table,
Okay.
but four times as large as a pool table. And the idea is to obviously to pocket as many of the balls you can to try and get as high a score as possible. Person with the highest score wins that particular frame.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think there's been many Americans that have played snooker. They obviously you prefer pool, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The dude would.
at one time I was almost a shark. We owned a pool table and I got really good at it.
Oh, you had a pool table in the house?
Yeah, years ago at my parents' house. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had we had two things. We had pool, or we could put on slate tops and do ping pong. We used to go.
Wow.
We used to do ping pong too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a bit of a pool player then.
Yeah, I haven't for a while, but yeah, I know about the game. Yeah, I could get back into it again. Yeah. Have you ever
Yeah.
done pool?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah. At
you
one time.
Are
At
you a
one.
shark?
No. But at one time, I was playing quite a lot of it, and it's just one of those things. The more you play, the better you get at it, don't you? You know.
Yeah.
But I must. I do like having a game of pool from time to time. But I tend to play pool and try and play it as a snooker player. So I'm always looking for the option to to snooker somebody, to put the white in a position where they've got to try and hit their ball, but they can't do it directly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you call that in pool playing? We
Call
call
what?
that we call that a snooker.
Oh,
When you put, say, you're on reds, he's on yellows, and you put the ball, the cue ball, right behind the red, so that he can't play directly to a yellow. What would you call that in America? We would call
uh,
that a snooker.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
The only snook I knew was Jimmy Superfly from wrestling.
No, no, no.
No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm way off.
It's kind of difficult to explain the support on during a live chat. You'd really need to see it. I think I will send you a video of somebody making like a 147, because
Okay.
I know that there were quite a few people in the sort of wrecking crew that love their snooker. I know Diane. I think Diane, Little Misty, I think she's a big fan of Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, you wouldn't know who Ronnie O'Sullivan is, but he was world champion
yeah,
um, about 7 times, I think.
yeah.
Yep. Anyway, Pete, I'm not going to keep you too long. I'm absolutely exhausted. I did a gig on Wednesday night.
Okay.
I was the guest artist at the Kelso Accordion and Fiddle Club, and there is actually footage of me playing. Um, but you'd have to go to the Kelso Accordion and Fiddle Club site to actually watch that, because I don't know if I can share that particular link. I'll have a look and see what I can do. But
Okay.
so yes, I was gigging on Wednesday night, off Thursday night, and then gigging again Friday night. And Friday night I didn't get back till after midnight.
Okay. You were
And
busy. You
oh
were
well,
busy. Yeah.
the trouble is these dogs still need walked.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They don't take kindly to not being walked. And
Yeah.
I was supposed to have a big day 2 weeks ago.
I actually took mine before I came down here for.
Yeah,
I got to say WALK because they're both right here. You want to see them? Because
yeah.
if I mention the word outright, they won't leave me alone.
Hmm.
Okay, there's I think that's Stella.
Yeah,
I don't know, can you see? And then Bear's way over there in the corner. Hi, Bear. Hey,
yeah.
Bears. There you see him.
Well, hold on a sec. Let me do this. Let me do this. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, they're in their own little. She's in her thing, and then
Yeah.
there's Bear there. See him?
Do they follow you around mainly?
Oh yeah. Sometimes they switch off. They switch off. See, that's why I have to say WALK because if I say the word, then I
Yeah.
got after we're done, I'll have to take them out again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they
I,
love
I
them. I mean, but
I think.
you let yours run. You don't have a leash. See, in town here, we got to have a leash for ours.
Oh no, no. They're often on the lead. But what I do for them in particular, because they like it so much, is I'll drive to the what we call Netherdale, which is a big, huge area of football and rugby pitches, and it's all fenced in. So it's a huge, huge area, and we just let them out the car, and they just go and have a run around. But if we're walking, say, anywhere near roads, then they're on their leads,
Okay. Oh, so
because
you have them
that
run
would.
free because you know there's no danger there.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
And also sometimes when when we're out and about with Jock and Jock in particular, if there's other people with their dog, we'll sometimes call him across and put him on the lead just to make sure that he doesn't go and sort of
Yeah.
intimidate.
Yeah.
He
Well,
looks a wee bit intimidating at times with
well,
his
that,
black face.
a couple times when Brennan was in Sheboygan, they had like a park before you get to Sheboygan, and you could let your dog go and run. So I'd go for a walk, and then they'd go so far ahead of me, and then when I wasn't coming, they'd come back to see what was taking you, and then they knew I was coming, so then they'd run back ahead again.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing yours does?
Oh yeah, yes, and collies are renowned, obviously, as sheepdogs, and they can often go and do whatever bit of rounding up that they need to do, and they can do it from quite a long distance.
Okay.
Like hundreds of yards away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, there was a there was even well, I mean, you'll have watched the film Babe
Yeah.
about the pig that thinks it's a sheepdog, and obviously the actual dogs in the film are all border collies, and the
Oh, okay.
and the dog that gets the information about the code word is bar ram you, that's a border collie. They are renowned as working with sheep. And unfortunately, Jock does have a habit of having a little nip at people.
Yeah.
It's what they do with the sheep. They'll get behind the sheep and just give it a nip or something. And
Yeah.
but also they're very clever in that sometimes they don't need to do anything other than just stare at the sheep. To make them move.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I say, I'm going to say cheerio, and we'll catch up with you sometime soon.
Okay, hey, thanks for coming on today. Hey, gonna ball you out.
Well, one of the things that I was thinking would maybe be quite good for the upcoming Mamplified. What if Pete Dassey was to host one of the sections?
Oh my god! Oh, where's my sign here?
Pete, but the thing is, Pete, you've done all these live chats now for well over a year.
There's no way I'm going to be in control. I don't have the guts for that.
I think you're being too hard on yourself. I think
I'll hide behind my Easter bunny.
Easter bunny.
Yeah, I know. It's just incredible I'm on here. Just think when I was a kid, friends would come over. I was bashful to even see anybody come home. And I'm on here doing this today.
I seem to remember when I first contacted you, and certainly when I first met you I've only met you once live in person, and you were with your wife, and it struck me that you were kind of a bit shy because they're people that you don't know. But as you get to know more and more people within the community, I think you're coming out of your shell. Not that mooses have shells.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god. No, we don't have a shell. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna take these dogs.
We're gonna end on a funny thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna take these dogs because there's a funny smell starting to emanate from somewhere in this room,
Okay,
and I think I know what that is.
Okay. Hey, thanks everybody for being in the chat. Love everybody.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Excellent. Cheers, Pete.
Okay. Yeah. Cheerio, man.
Bye for now.
Adios, everybody.